So we just have a, a little not very fun date. It's gonna be sick.
I can think about it, you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Prettymuch'S, and today I have another story time. My voice is gone for I don't know why. So yeah, let's get into it. And a little disclaimer. The drama that happened because of this, I want to apologize for it, for having an impulse reaction on live. I was just like really worked up, and it was just so much that went into it that made me pop off like that. And I'm a very nice person. Everyone's just like, oh, you're ignorant and all this other stuff. If you would have seen the things that I saw, you would have been like, oh yeah, this is disrespectful. It was very disrespectful how people were talking to me and how the things that people were saying, and it was like it was just hurtful. And like, I'm usually not the type of person that reacts or does anything, but I wasn't going to stand for people calling me out of my name, calling me animals, and calling me ugly and all this other stuff. Like, no, I'm not going to put up with it. And for people to invade my personal space and say rude things under my pictures, that's where people went wrong. And for people to sit here and do that, they didn't realize that their actions were being seen by pretty much. Like, my phone sitting on the table, and all you see is like comments and DMs rolling in, and the boys saw that. Like, they nosy, so they was definitely like kind of low key in my phone, and they saw that I was upset, and so they asked, and I told them, like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything, because people need to be recognized for the disrespectful things that they do. And so with that being said, I want to apologize for being extra and all that, but I'm not going to apologize for the things that I said. I just want to apologize for the fact that I was being ignorant in that moment. I guess it was just an impulse, and I should have definitely not have acted like that, but for things, it just built it up over time because it was throughout the whole day. But yeah, so let's get into the story. So for most people, they knew that Pretty Much had like a contest for like a playlist, and my friend Ileana and her partner Beth had won. And Ileana was not able to go, so she gave me her ticket. And I was telling people that I had won because it was easier to explain than explaining the whole concept with Ileana and stuff like that. It was just easier to explain. And for people saying, oh, you should have given the ticket away, gave it to another international being, that would have been fine with me, but the international beings who had won had already won. And the ticket that I was given was the US part of that. Because if you notice the picture, I'm going to put it up right here, that there's a American flag, a Canada flag, United Kingdom flag, and an Australian flag. So for people that were coming at me saying, oh, it was an international beings thing, how is it international when the USA was a flag that was mentioned? That's where people went wrong. And then people were saying that I crashed it. And I would never do that. Like, if you know me, you know that I'm not the type of person to sit here and take away from others. I give to people. So, and for everyone's like, oh, you could have gave it to another person. It wasn't my ticket to give away. It was Ileana's ticket, and she gave it to me. And I'm sure if other people would have given the time to talk to her, I've been friends with Ileana for months now. And if people actually gave her the time of day and actually sat there and talked to her, you would realize that she is a very sweet girl. And for her to give me that ticket, it was very sweet of her. Like, she didn't have to. And I wanted her to go more than anything. It was just her mom wasn't allowing her to go. And it wasn't my ticket to give away. Because for that reason that she had gave my because I was able to bring a guest. She had gave the guest ticket to my friend Diamond, so then that would also be taking it away from Diamond. So it's just a lot that went into it, and nobody really sat there and understood that. So yeah, if people would have asked, I would have told them, I would let them know. But the only reason why I said that I won is because it was a lot easier than explaining this. But I explained it just so everybody knows. But So yeah, so Ileana had won, but she couldn't go, so she gave it to me. So I was talking to the Sony people, and they flew me and Diamond out to Los Angeles, and they paid for our hotel and everything, which was awesome. Shout out to Sony, shout out to Pretty Much, like, yes, thank you for that. I'm very grateful. We're in Buena Park, which was kind of like down the street from the Knott's Berry amusement park, which is where we were spending the day with the boys. So I got in at like 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and then once I got to the hotel, we walked around, went and got something to eat, and the first people to be there I was the first one to be there, and then Beth came, and then Nisha and Mon came, which Beth's from the UK, and Nisha and Mon are from Nisha's the one who won from Australia, and then she brought her friend Mon, and then we went and ate, and we came back, and then Victoria came, which Victoria was the Canada winner, and she brought her mom, which that was who her guest was. Beth didn't get to bring a guest, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And we just chilled out for a little bit. Wasn't really much to do. We didn't know what to do. And then we went out and ate again. And we walked around. It was so hot, but like the weather was beautiful. Just beautiful. And so then we went back and went to sleep. And it was we didn't go. Okay, we went back. And then my friend Lydia lives in California also. So I'm like, dude, I have to see you, because we weren't that far from her. So she took a lift and came with us, and Beth was like, well, you can have my little guest thing, and you can come. So her little guest spot, so she can come to the park with us. So Lydia stayed the night, and listen, I love Lydia so much. He is so sweet. It's so cute. We just had a great time. And like one of my best friends, like we've talked every single day, and it was just such a great feeling to finally meet her. And I was just like going to cry. So then we're like all excited. We went on live and all that. We did a little Zoom challenge. The late night show, James Gordon. And listen, me and Diamond were knocked out, but Lydia happened to catch it, and we just woke up the next morning and just watched it on YouTube. So then we were getting stuff for Austin's birthday, because Diamond had got him like some clothes and this cupcake and all that, so we could sing him happy birthday. And we had to go and get gift bags, and then we went and got dressed, and my fit was nice. I don't care. My fit was popping. And then so we walked to Knott's, which it wasn't that much. It wasn't that far of a walk, honestly. It was just 5 minutes. Yeah, it was really close. So then we meet up with Gina and Mike, two of the funniest people ever. Like, they are hilarious. So we're sitting here waiting for the boys, and when I say Brandon had on a turtleneck and jeans, I had to tell him about himself, because I was like, why? Okay. And then Nick came out with some sweatpants on and a flannel. Edwin had on a long sleeve and those yellow pants. But then Austin and Zion were dressed for the park for them not to ride rides. And it was just so cute. So this part gets me. So me and Brandon, everyone knows Brandon is my fave. So I'm just like, I hope he remembers me. Like, I had a feeling that he did, but it's just like, I just need to know. So I'm like, I see him like, and he's like walking up, he's looking me up and down, and I'm like, he's like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? And he was like, what's good with you? And I'm like, you don't even know. But here's the video.
Ready to go ham?
What's up?
On the ride.
You're in the way.
You that bomb ass bitch.
Yes. I never tell you my name.
And then I give him my phone.
Okay, just stay on it. I swear to God, to come again.
We were about to walk into the park, and I like start recording on my Insta story, and I'm like, look who it is. Bro, y'all just gotta see this video.
Look who I'm with, guys.
So we just have a little Knott's Berry Farm date. It's gonna be sick.
y'all heard what I heard. Like, I don't know how I'm still breathing. But then we go in and we sit down for a second, and I sit down and start talking to Austin, and because he's in the shade and everybody's standing in the sun, I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't with it. And so I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, I'm in the shade. I was like, yeah, no, you smart. I was like, I'd rather sit in the shade because my skin burns easily. He looked at me like, yes, black people's skin can burn. Like, my dad's white, so, and he's a redhead, so, you know, redheads got that sensitive skin, so he passed that down a little bit, thanks, Dad. But and then Zion just comes out of nowhere. He's like, oh, your mom must be really dark skinned. I was like, where did you just come from? So then I'm like, yeah, I have a picture. So I go and show them pictures on my Instagram of my parents, and like, they're like, oh, these are, oh, I'm like, stop, please. And it was just so cute. And then we took this cute little picture. Oh yeah, me and Marina took pictures too. We took a Polaroid picture. Cute. And Kyle has all of the cute pictures. Like, he took so many pictures. Like, y'all don't even know. And I'm just waiting for those. But and then we go inside the park, and I'm just like dreading it, cause like it's not like I just don't like roller coasters. I don't like that pit in my stomach, but I'm not like scared of heights or anything like that. Like, I don't have a problem being up in the air and all that. It's just I wasn't prepared. I was just like I tried to mentally prepare myself, and I was like, I can't. I don't know. So like looking at the rides, I'm like this big one comes past, and me and Zion looking at each other, we were like, fuck that. It was like, no. And then we go and take pictures. The boys go and take pictures with Snoopy, and then we go and take pictures with them and Snoopy. We go and get something to drink or eat, because the boys didn't eat that morning. Like, Brandon just kept talking about food. I'm like, did y'all not feed this man this morning? He was like, no, we didn't even eat. I was like, oh, well, okay. And then I showed Zion my Zoom challenge, and this man was so weak. Like, okay, I gotta put it in, because this, like, y'all already seen it on the live, but it was funny. And he was just so weak. And then we had about to go and get on the rides. Brandon was just so happy. He's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, I'll catch you when you're done. And they were having so much fun. He enjoyed it. And we just walked around with Austin, because he wasn't going to get on. And then Zion, apparently, like, this man walked back, because we had like fast lanes, so we could like just get right on. And so he was like, he goes back, but then like after they get off, I'm looking for Zion. I was like, dang, I was just gonna leave us. He was like, where were y'all at? I was like, we were over here. He was like, I was just sitting right there. I was like, I thought you got on. He was like, no, I just sat right there. I was like, why didn't you come with us? He was like, I didn't know where y'all went. I was like, but the man walked back there to get on the ride, so I'm thinking he on the ride. But yeah, no, he didn't get on. And then we were walking around, and like people were coming up taking pictures, and the boys were just like happy about that, but they low-key were like, oh yeah, we should have wore something different. And there was this one ride. Here's a little video that they recorded. So we got on that ride, and I was like, why am I doing this? Why? Brandon talked me into it. So we get on, and I sit next to Mike, and I'm like, are we sure we want to do this? He's like, I'm wanting the same thing. I was like, exactly. And so I'm low-key like freaking out, and Brandon goes, Day. And he's like, Day. And I'm like, what? He's like, it's okay, you'll be fine. I'm like, all right, I got it. Puts it down, buckles it up, and my neck killed me. Like, it was like, as you seen in the video, it was spinning around, but spinning as it was spinning around, I'm like, why did we do that? But it was fun. And I think that's where I lost my voice, because I was screaming a lot. But that was like the only ride I got on. And then we were about to get on this other ride, and I was trying to really talk Zion into doing it. And I'm like, Zion, come on, like, let's do it. He's like, nah. I'm like, Zion, come on, let's do it. I was like, if I can get on the last one, you can get on this one. He was like, can't even do it. I was like, all right. We turn around. Just Diamond. Just, y'all know Diamond? Just Diamond. Yeah. And then we had went and played some games. We went and played like this little basketball game, tried to see if we could win something. And so it was me, Nick, Zion, and Austin that went first. And then it was Brandon, Mike, Zion. I don't know if Nick went again. Nick might have won again. Then it was Lydia. Then it was I think Austin. No, it wasn't Austin. It might have been Austin. I can't remember. But we all went again, and we were trying to like beat each other's score. I had 0, so. But Zion ended up beating everybody because I was like, if you don't beat nobody's score, you have to get on a roller coaster. He said, no, fuck that. And then Mike bet him like $100 if he wins. So Zion had won. He was like, no, I'm getting my money and I'm not getting on no roller coasters. So then we go, and they were about to go get on the hang time. So when I say that ride looked crazy, it was just like, I did not get on that. I was just like, Lydia told me she passed out on it, and I was just like, I can't. But Nick was like, Lydia, you're not passing out again. So he was just like, no, you're not. We're gonna do this together. And I was just like, I love one couple. And then after all that, then Brandon and Nick and Edwin get on one last ride before we go eat. And this is probably like my favorite part of the day. So we go and eat, and then after we just sit there and talk for a little bit. We're all like just talking to each other, and it was just like a nice little cute little, it was so cute. I don't know, it's just so cute. And then I get up and start dancing, and I'm like dancing to all the songs and stuff, playing Pretty Much songs, and I was just playing music. And then so I start dancing, and then Brandon starts dancing with me. When I tell you that I literally was just like, I've always talked about dancing with Brandon. It's just like something that like I love to dance, and I was like nervous, so I low-key was just like off a little bit, but I was just like, it was just like a big thing for me. Like it was one of my goals that I definitely here's the video. Oh my yeah, we had got done eating, and then it was time for them to go. And so we went up to the front and got like our last pictures or whatever. And I'm thinking like, bro, Brandon's a great photographer, so I need the angles. So I'm like, Brandon, you're a good photographer. Can you take my pictures? This man was like, yeah, I got you. This man took my pictures, and let me tell you, his angles are perfect. Like those pictures came out so good. So here are the pictures that he took. And then here are the pictures that Diamond took of him taking pictures of me. And then here's a video of Diamond on the ground taking pictures of Brandon taking pictures of me. And then it was time to take one last group photo. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, take one last group photo. And it was so cute. Diamond plopped down on the ground. I'm right next to Brandon. And we took some more pictures. I went to go back to go get my stuff. And I'm like, where's my stuff at? And just Nick decked out. He had on my fanny pack, had on my glasses. I'm like, okay, best friend, can I have my stuff back? And then he gave me like everything back, but had my lip gloss in his hand. So I'm like, I was like, that's my lip gloss. He was like, I'm trying to take it. I was like, yeah, I see. I was like, can I have that back? I was like, can't have my lips out here looking like, no, just kidding. But yeah, and then Diamond told me that he had put some of it on. So I'm like, he really was trying to steal my lip gloss. Like, he really wanted it. This man, my whole fucking best friend. But here's him in my fanny pack and glasses. And then, oh, gotta rewind. So as I'm sitting there, like, I'm talking to Brandon, And this was when all the drama was going down. He was asking me what was wrong. We were talking about it, and he was like, and I was like, yeah, this is why I didn't tell nobody that I was coming. Like, I didn't want to tell anyone because of, for the specific reason that I was going to get hate like this, because I have met them multiple times. And that's why I didn't tell anyone. I wanted, like, and I low-key wanted it to be a surprise, because I was going to surprise some of my friends with some FaceTime calls, which I did. And then, but he was like, yeah, that's why I didn't tell anybody I was coming either. And I was just like, boy, if you don't. And he was just trying to make me feel better. But like, I was telling him, I was like, oh yeah, you should definitely watch my YouTube videos. He was like, and he started to scroll through my videos. He was like, believe it or not, I've actually seen all of these. I was like, no, you haven't. He was like, yeah, I have. I was like, like, he's seen my YouTube videos. Do you know how, like, I almost cried in that moment. I was like, what the heck, you are. I love him so much. Okay, but back to the end. So they leave, and then it was time for us to leave. Or we could have stayed, but it was literally so hot, and I was exhausted. I'm like, I'm so tired. We've been in the heat all day, and I just want to lay down and go to sleep. So, and then once they left, they like waved bye and said bye. But like, one thing that really is stuck in my head is Brandon, he goes, he was like, see you later, day. I hope you had a good day. I know I did. And I'm just like, you know, I really had like a really good day. And it was just like, no matter what anyone was saying about me and everything, I really had a good day. And people were making it seem like that I was trying to be ungrateful and everything. Like, I'm so grateful that I actually had this opportunity. And I had such a great time. Even if I didn't ride all the rides, I very much appreciate it, and it was just so much fun. And thank you to everyone that stuck up for me and congratulated me and who was actually happy for me. And it was just, I don't know, it's just like, I've never been so happy before in my life. I've never been so happy, and it's just like something that I definitely needed. Like a trip to get away and spending time with the people that I love, and I've made a whole bunch of friends. But yeah, so I'm sorry. But after all that, like, me and Diamond ended up leaving that Friday, but we went to Hollywood, and then I met up with Janae, and met up with her, and we went to Santa Monica, and we went to Venice, and, you know, just had, you know, a fun last day in California. And I can't wait to go back, and I'm so ready for the tour dates, because I'm there. And people really want me to go to like different states, and I'm down for it. Like, I'm so down. And I want to meet anybody who wants to meet me. I'm down to meet anybody. And yes. Yes. But despite all the drama, I'm happy. I'm content, and it's just, yes. Thank you to Sony, thank you to Pretty Much, and thank you to everyone that was like honestly happy for me. And yes. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because like, you're here already, so why not? And yeah. I'll see you next time.
Take you for